Welcome back to Sherwood Kill the Round Table. When last we left our heroes, the idea of time had been destroyed. It died. Whatever you did with Merlin, you somehow broke the idea of time going forward. If you look up, the entire vacuum of space expands before you. Stars are being born and die. If you look below you, you'll see pretty much the same as far as you can tell. Everything that has ever existed and everything that ever will exist currently exists within this realm. You find yourself amid the sands of time, standing in what appears to be just like a pile of hourglass sand, just pristine white as far as the eye can see in this kind of one direction horizon that you're going through here.
Augusta's gonna look around at all the stars and things and goes, is anyone an astrologer? Anybody new?
I'm a Leo.
Fire sign checks out.
Sir Kay is singularly focused, just like staring daggers down at Arthur. Like this is the thing he's been ramping up for, and like just nothing is getting through to him. He didn't hear the astrology question. He's just holding his axe, staring at his stupid brother.
And you can almost feel him staring back at you through his helmet.
Arthur?
He's very far away.
Arthur! I know you can hear me, you prick. So yeah, I'm just gonna like turn to the group and say, I don't want to sugarcoat this. Arthur is one of the most skilled knights of the Round Table, if not the most. Borderline unkillable, and now he has time magic and has us trapped in this weird in-between dimensional hoo-hockey. So I need you all to be, and pardon the expression, Augusta, I'm going to say it, tip-top shape for this one. Don't buy into any tricks, don't believe anything or anyone you see. Your only objective is to slay Arthur. Alright?
Are you sure he has us trapped here? Because I think he may be trapped here too.
Wherever we are, which is everywhere and nowhere, I suppose. It's like looking around at like the sand and the stars and the swirling purple vortex, I'm assuming.
You see a spaceship.
Whatever the fuck that is, it goes away if we slay him.
That's a dragon. So
You also see a dragon.
You lot are taking this very calmly.
I already didn't believe any of this was real, so this is not new to me.
Penwick, are you going to Cain enable this shit or what?
I'm going to damn try. I just want no one here to die in the process. So I'm asking you to
Can
be
you die if
singularly
time
focused.
isn't real?
Sure. We've been killing knights this whole time.
aren't we more in trouble with the whole we're everywhere and nowhere at once? I don't know.
This is why I say don't think about it. Remain focused on the objective. Do not get distracted by the magic of it all.
But the objective might have changed.
Jesus Christ.
Just channel me, okay? The word is quackery.
Quackery.
That's a great word. Hey GM, what the fuck is Arthur
Yep.
doing?
Yeah, Arthur is standing very, very far away on what appears to be a mountain of sand. He's got Excalibur plunged into the sand and is kind of like staring your little party down here. He's not making any moves to like go and try to like attack you directly.
He's putting on a show, probably. I think he's just as confused.
A show. I like a show. I would like to reach out my hand and grab a rope flying perhaps, or the reins of a horse that is materializing from the sand, or something equally dramatic, and begin moving in the direction of Arthur.
As you progress through the sands of time, you find yourself moving from sands to the pristine white marbled floor of a society ball. You see several people dancing in their French finery, and you can see kind of simultaneously several sword fights taking place from several points in history. Lots of big famous ones like, you know, you could see like a Zorro-like figure having a duel with, say, an Errol Flynn type figure. Lots of fun stuff happening there. But Hypatia, you specifically, would notice a very specific sword fight taking place.
Oh dear.
Kind of in the middle of the ball, and you see like a crowd gathering. You can see what appears to be your old mentor, Gerard, fighting with a nobleman dressed in what appears to be a wedding tuxedo, your old friend Petrus. Those two are fighting.
What? But how? I think actually Hypatia does experience a moment of that where she's a little bit like, well done, they shouldn't be fighting, but also none of this should be happening. And she will dance through the crowd of other sword fighters. I'm imagining a Kingsman-esque one-shot combat choreography where she is truly just twirling from fight to fight and just, I mean, depending on probably the result of my role in a moment here, but hopefully, like just kind of casually stepping into every fight she passes and like either just dodging or like disarming Zorro and waving at him or like blowing a kiss to Inigo Montoya, and just generally like flirting and fighting her way through to the center of the crowd.
You see your former lover Juliet and also Juliet from Romeo and Juliet fighting, and they both swoon simultaneously.
I dip both of them and kiss both of them, yeah.
Perfect. Tell you what, can you give me the performance on this one?
All right.
Are the rest of us seeing this as well, or is this just Hypatia's bubble?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You guys can all see this.
That is a sick, and I'm so glad because my luck is usually so horrible. That is a sick natural 11 for a total of 13, which is a crit, baby.
Hell yeah. You'll love to see a crit. You are dancing through crowds, disarming swordsmen. I'm pretty sure, like, you've absolutely just eviscerated the Black Knight from Monty Python and he's, like, arguing with you about it.
The ball band has struck up a tune from one of the opera shows that Hypatia was in, so she's also just like singing along the part that she played.
Yeah, you see like the orchestra from the Titanic just like directly above you playing music, and you're just like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's my theme.
It's my theme song. And you get to the middle of the crowd watching Gerard and Petrus duking it out with Rapier, and they seem to be having some sort of argument. Gerard starting up, well, you're not good enough for her, you never were! And Petrus is like, you misunderstand, I am in fact the only one who can be good enough for her.
Hypatia will triumphantly tumble in from the crowd. I imagine like, I'm coming off the sword fighting, and she's doing all kinds of twirls and thrusts, and she dips both Juliets, and then she spins around, and as like three different people are like bending over to like pick up their swords that she's disarmed from them, she runs up them like stairs, leaps off in a swan dive, somersaults in front, and then thrusts her sword up to catch both of them in a bind like the Three Musketeers.
Ooh, melee. Give me melee.
Okay. That is an 8. Exactly, which is a normal success. Yeah, I'll take it.
Ooh, we love to see it. You parry both their blades in the middle, fucking Three Musketeers style, dude.
And she says, Gentlemen, listen. It's been, to be honest, a while since I've seen either of you, and I'm sorry I didn't write. But I do have other things to get to at the moment. Can we just call this a threesome and get on with our lives? Because this does not have to be a dichotomy. And I'll bring the Juliets as well.
That would be a 5-some, wouldn't it?
Everyone's invited, to be honest. The truth is, no one is enough for Hypatia d'amour. My love is too great and too magnificent to share with just one. Why do you think I have so many X's? Listen, we don't have to fight. And by we don't have to fight, I mean we don't have to fight each other, but we do have to fight King Arthur. So could you take those swords of yours, both kinds, and point them in that direction at the mountain?
All right, big important decision moment here, Hypatia, because you've decided two separate things. Number one, you've decided to have the most French activity with every famous sword fighter across history, or
With your friends watching.
with your friends watching, might I add. So, what will you do? Will you participate in the orgy idea, or will you try to guide these guys to fight King Arthur with you?
No, the orgy is an after party sort of deal.
I see.
Hypatia has been woefully underseductive in this adventure, but she is objective oriented.
Correct.
So
All right.
she'll run around quickly and get everyone's contact information and like consent forms and those like colored wristbands that say what kind of stuff you're up for, and she'll hand those out and we'll circle back to that later. But for now, it's fighting Arthur.
So yeah, all of the swordsmen are kind of like on the fence about this whole idea. Like they like the idea of getting down and dirty with business here. I feel like I should make you some sort of check for amassing an army of every swordsman ever.
I've got Silver Tongue.
Yeah, Silver Tongue will work.
That is another 5, or rather a 5 plus 3 to 8, so another success.
Well, with both of your silver type tongues, you have successfully convinced literally every swordsman across history, past, present, and future,
Whoa,
to go
shit.
and fight King Arthur with you.
Future sword fighters.
You've amassed a ghost army here in the sands, and they are following behind Hypatia as their leader.
Well, I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else to do. Hypatia handled it. We can go home now.
Hypatia gets up. She's like kind of Captain Morgan with one knee and the sword up frontward, and the whole thing I imagine is just like one big crowd, kind of like not the Addams Family, the creepy kids from Kids Next Door, where they're all moving
the
as
delightful
one.
children from down the lane.
Yeah, shuffling together, but it's all the swords fighters, and just they're all charging forward, and just occasionally, every now and then, they just turn and smooch the person next to them.
Penwick will turn to Augusta because he heard her. Never underestimate Arthur. This is literally an army slayer.
He's you have an issue with your brother that I think you need
Yes.
to work out in therapy.
I can work it out with my big axe.
I was kind of hoping Sal's flamethrower and like Teddy's guns and all of that stuff would factor in too, though. Just swords? That's boring.
I think we are well armed. I'm just saying, it's never over with this fucking guy.
Okay, so we're gonna let the army go first, and then if there's anything left, we can handle that with the flamethrower and the guns.
And then Augusta can take over so that Penwick can do the Cain and Abel thing.
Oh, right, so if he dies, I'll raise him so you can stab him again.
I'm very content with him just being dead.
Are you sure?
1,000%.
I raise my eyebrows. Are you?
It just,
Yes.
I don't know if you seem like that won't be enough for the soul.
Oh, I'm not concerned about my immortal soul.
Closure.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, alright. Should I focus then on how the fuck we get out of here? Or I have divination is an option.
I think divination's fun.
Okay, great. It's a hot 7, so I think that's bad,
Hot 7 something.
right?
It is, but you could
You could spend some points.
spend a little.
You can use the rule of threes here. You may spend 3 willpower to improve your roll by 3.
Alright, I will do that, even though willpower is like my most important stat. But, okay. So that puts me at an 8 for willpower then. And then that bumps me up to a 10.
Okay. A 10 will do it. as you are divining the way to go, you can almost see a path open for you in the sand. Like think of like a literal path made of glass, just kind of like winding its way through and heading up toward King Arthur, that only you can see.
Interesting. Seems like the way we leave is, near your brother.
Incredible, just like I said it was. All right.
Okay, alright. We don't... Okay.
So, Hypatia has the army. We know where our exit is. I think that just leaves myself, Merritt, Salvador, and Teddy. And quite frankly, Teddy and I are the only two who have successfully landed a blow on time wizards here today. So I wouldn't mind if she and I took the lead on
Today
attacking
doesn't exist, Penwick.
this adventure that Merritt. I swear to God, you're busting my ass this whole time. I'm just trying to help.
I mean, Teddy does have the guns, so...
Teddy has the guns and the blow dart and the expertise, so I would feel great about she and I drawing Arthur's ire, buying Hypatia time with the army. Augusta can secure our route to the exit, and then Merritt and Salvador can do goofy magic time shit.
Sounds wonderful. Do we want to put our hands in?
Are you with me, Teddy?
3?
I am with you. I
Excellent.
also have fire.
And you have fire! I say with my eyes getting really big.
Okay. Well, in that case, if you two are going to be leading the charge here, you're following the path that Augusta has made up towards King Arthur. When Teddy, you hear a familiar voice calling out to you from a 1970s Camaro.
What?
Teddy, come now. All of time is stopped. Don't you want to be one of my girls and go and have wild adventures with me throughout time and space?
Wasn't expecting that plot twist.
It's Bond. It's every James Bond in the same car.
Yeah.
Well, it's a clown car.
It's a clown car. All of them is in there.
It's a very long Camaro.
The Infinite 07!
Teddy would look over with the most confused look and just be like, I work alone.
Bond, all of them are heartbroken.
Amazing.
That's fine.
Just the Sims negative relationship pops up.
You see every James Bond kind of hang their head and dejectedly drive away.
Dang, there goes my martinis. And then Teddy would look at Pinwig and say, we ready to go in?
I have to tell you, I admire your courage in the face of absolute sexual presence. It takes a strong will to pull that off. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes, let's go slay my stupid brother.
Following the path that Augusta had made, you come across what appears to be a nunnery
Oh, that's strange.
in the middle of time. You keep walking forward, and the walls of it kind of separate from the building itself, and you find yourself inside. You see an older woman in her habit and dress, kind of, feeding the poor, so to speak. And the smallest and littlest of them all goes up to this woman and asks in the saddest voice you've possibly ever heard, this saddest little urchin boy, say, "Sister Mary, when is Sister Augusta gonna come home?"
Wow, damn. I think Augusta rubs her eyes is this happening? Are you here? Are you real?
Oh yes, they're here. They're real, and they're sad.
She's gonna drop a bag full of 18 gold.
Shit, okay.
And I'm not gonna use this probably, so I'll also drop the rifle and hand it to them.
Into the hand.
Just be like, it's okay. I brought presents. It was just I was away working.
The little boy Benny has like the biggest eyes you've ever seen on a child ever, and just like runs up to you and just like hugs you around the neck and he goes, "Please don't leave again. I got so scared."
Oh, well, okay, here's the thing. I do have to leave again because there's this person who's completely fucked up a time. But, look, Mary Margaret can protect you with this, and I give Mary Margaret the rifle, and then I give little Benny
Good lord.
all the gold. And I'm just like, and look, you're never gonna be hungry again because we have all this money now.
Augusta, if I may, I think it is incredibly irresponsible that you come here, you drop a weapon into my hands,
Yes.
and give this little boy all of your money that you've earned on your adventures. I think it's time for you to come home and stop living this life of extravagance and debauchery that you've been living and sorely neglecting your duties here at the nunnery.
Could I do that after the we take care of? Do you understand that you're in a nunnery in the middle of a desert?
Now more than ever, we need to cling on to what is sane in the eyes of the Lord.
Right, and I'm going to go. You know what? I'm gonna go talk to the Lord real quick, and I'll be right back. And hopefully we'll get this whole thing sorted out. And I just pat her on the head. Like, I'm gonna go pray about it, okay?
Do you have any skills that can get you out of this situation? Because you currently have a little an urchin boy hanging off of your neck.
No.
What you could do, if you want to be a little saucy here, is you can use the wits skill I Can Figure It Out, which before any skill check, if you don't have a relevant skill in it, you can spend 2 wits to make that check as if your outlaw had a 1 in that skill.
Okay. So Augusta was hanging out with Sherlock Holmes earlier, and they were getting along. And so now Augusta is having the Sherlock Holmes moment of putting the pieces together. We'll see how that goes. Watch, I'm gonna get like a 3 or something.
It's doing the thing from Sherlock where like the text is
I don't know
floating
why
on your
I
head.
just spoke that into existence. I got a 4 with the +1.
Ooh dear.
So
oh boy.
I'm having the brain, like the connections, but I'm connecting things that have nothing to do with each other.
The camera turns and you're just literally connecting visual things you can see. Like it's the text is floating and you're just describing the stuff in the time vortex.
Rifle. Fire. I would like to point behind her and say, "Oh, look, it's Jesus," and then run.
Do you have any relevant like deception type?
I have a
You know
4
what?
in thievery. Does that give me anything?
Sure. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give you a 4 in
You are
thievery.
thieving them of a caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh
are.
God!
You're stealing yourself away from the nunnery.
That's a 13. So
You know
see-
what? I think that works. You
So-
you sleight of hand the orphan off your neck and point them in the direction of where you know the cross is in the nunnery, only to find the actual real Jesus Christ kind of just hanging out.
That's concerning. Okay, you stay here. I'm gonna go by.
I tousle the orphan's hair as we run past him.
I'll be
Aw.
back. It's not. We're in the middle of a battle. I can't just stay here. Then nothing will get fixed. It's for their own good.
Salvador, that's Sal. Yeah, running next to, I believe, Merritt?
Yeah, so Hypatia's with the army. We've got our tanks in the front, and Augusta is kind of our navigator. So yeah, it makes sense that we would be kind of clustered in the back. Me and my
Yeah.
good pal Sal.
Salvador. She's trying to figure out, I was like, I wonder if I can make this flamethrower explode.
you're gonna throw it first, right? Like, so that it doesn't explode in your hands?
Throwing is an option, you are right.
We don't want to blow you up. We want to blow up.
I
gesture vaguely.
Yes, but if it fixes time and space, I think it's a flippant eye of history.
Have we considered not fixing time and space? It's pretty cool. No, you're right.
I
we
disagree.
need to fix time and space.
No, I disagree.
You're right. You're right.
You have a penchant for chaos, and this chaos is a little more than most of us like. I want to eat normal food again.
No. I already said you're right. I don't know why you're continuing to try to convince me.
Because the look on your face. Okay. Anyways, let's go forward. What kind of surprises are going to happen to us in the middle of a desert?
I'm glad you asked.
Fuck.
As you proceed through the desert of time, you catch a glimpse of a small family around a what appears to be a grave. Which is funny, considering the person that is in the grave is also standing by the grave. You see Ben Thallow and their son John Tholomew standing next to Ben Thallow's grave, and they kind of like glance in your direction and they go fucking wide-eyed at seeing you.
Oh dear.
And John Tholomew just kind of like marches up through the sands of time and just kind of like grabs you by the lapel. It's like, you could have stopped this. You could have stopped all of this.
Whole arms out. It's like, I was trying, and I know the implications were not great, but it would have been worse if I stopped it. I'm sorry. Oh, he's right there.
All these years you think a simple sorry would have cut it. I know he's here. He described how he died to me. I can't let you live. I can't.
There's truly nothing that could make up for what I've done. And maybe you're right. But if you have to give me at least like 10 minutes so we could go back to like normal time. And you know what? You could shoot me dead in the street, but Arthur over there needs to die first.
Is it possible for you to give me a silver tongue?
Oh, of course. Okay, so that's a 6 and a 2, so it's going to be a 9. Nice. With the +1.
Very, very nice. You'll love to see it. John Tholomew kind of like looks at the swirling vortex of insanity around him. He watches as a bicycle passes overhead and crashes into a medieval castle. And he just kind of lets go of you, puts his hand on his head and goes, I'm never gonna be able to forgive you for what you've done. But there are more important things that need to get taken care of right now. I'm gonna spend some time with my father, and then as soon as all this is fixed, I'm going to kill you.
I nod solemnly. I understand. I gotta go. I'll see you after, probably, I think.
Just kind of like throws his sword into the dirt and just kind of like returns back to the grave.
That sounded like some really intense shit, and I'm sorry, but they're gonna kill one of the saviors of the universe? Come on!
I don't deserve it.
Well, Merritt, since you're so excited to get the show on the road, as you march along with the army of swordsmen and your loyal friends, see a single man on a white horse in a just absolutely beautiful wedding outfit suit kind of like march up to the group and dismount his horse, and he is looking like he's gonna go wrap his arms around you, and he goes,
absolutely
Meredith.
fucking not. I'm dodging out of the way.
Meredith, all this time, all these years.
No.
What? What do you mean, no?
Do I look like a noblewoman to you?
I mean, you look exactly the same. You've cut your hair. That's really the only difference that I'm seeing.
You need to get your eyes checked then. I don't know. Who is this Meredith? Why are you looking for her in the middle of a time desert? We have things to do.
The way I see it, it must be destiny. It must be fate. No? Where else would I find you except at the end of the universe?
Listen, you have done nothing wrong. Let me be clear about this. You have done nothing wrong.
But my love.
Oh no. Our parents signed contracts, Timothy.
Kind of like just slumps his shoulders.
Look, you're cool. I would kiss you. I would not marry you.
He looks like he's the saddest he's ever been.
You're a grown man.
But I've spent my life trying to find you. I don't know what else to say.
It's been a year. For you, it's been like a year.
And every day a waking torment.
Oh my god.
This is why I didn't want to marry you in the first place, actually. You're so non-committal to everything.
So, okay, there you go. There you go. What the fuck are you doing, man?
I don't have any purpose in life. Do you think I'm going to have any purpose as soon as this is all over?
What do you like
I'm
to
just
do?
going to go... I don't know. I like...
Figure that
horses.
shit out and do it. I don't understand what's hard about this.
Just kind of like looks over at his horse and he gets back on. He's like, you know what? If you think I'm not worth it, then fuck it. By all means, just go off and have your adventures. Do whatever the hell you want. Just...
Hey, we can meet up for a drink if you're ever in town.
Would you ever consider giving me a genuine chance? Ever?
Like, I'm down. Just not for the whole, like, children and the sitting and home and...
You never will grow up. And he just turns his horse around and marches off into the sands of time somewhere.
It has nothing to do... I'm literally older than him now.
Want to talk about it?
Well, first of all, I'm not even that person that he mentioned, so it's not a thing.
Sure. Want to talk about it?
Merritt is bright fucking red.
You're right. Let's kill Arthur first, and then, talk like friends.
Yeah.
All right.
Thought about giving him the cool knife that unfolded, because it has a bottle opener, and he seemed like he needed a drink. But, like...
Later.
He would think that was some kind of weird token thing, and...
Yes, no, give them an inch, they can take a mile, I understand. It's arranged marriage, am I right? I'll have some stories to tell you after we kill this fucker. Before I die, probably.
See, we need to go out for a drink, Salvador. Not like in the, like, dating way, but just, like, chill.
No, yes, I understand, of course.
You are moments away from the big fight with King Arthur. He is dangerously close. However, an old man with a possibly long beard, not impossibly, I want to make that very clear.
Illogically long beard.
Wearing a crown with a large shield that looks a lot like yours, Kay.
Ew.
Pauses in front of the army. And he kind of glances you over and he goes, "My son, why must you and your brother constantly fight?
It's his fucking fault.
You always take that sort of tone with Arthur.
He's a.
Why does it have to be a fault? Why can't you just...
I refuse to worship a wart.
Why cannot you accept that this is God's will? That he is the rightful king of the Britons?
Oh, that's funny. I mean, genuinely. Rightful heir. Who has a right to lead?
Not you with that kind of attitude, boy.
You more than anyone should know it's a mad accumulation of power. Oh, he pulled a sword out of a rock. Oh, he knows how to talk to people. Oh, he has a rich father who didn't give a shit about him until he was important. What the fuck ever, Lord Pendragon.
He draws his blade. Then, I suppose I just have to do what I should have done all those years ago, Kay.
Cool. 2 for 1 for K. Pendragon today, I suppose. I pull out my hand axe.
Alright. You have the option here. He's gonna charge at you. I'm not gonna make an attack roll because that's not how Sherwood works.
Yeah, I'll make an attack roll. I'll make a roll for melee.
Ooh. Have fun, have fun. Alright. You are going ahead and swinging away at Uther Pendragon here. Give me some damage.
I'm not even gonna like dodge. He's coming at me. I'm not approaching this tactically at all. I am just standing there waiting for him to get close to me and then swinging as hard as I can with my axe.
Ooh, all right. Give me a damage roll with your axe there then.
It's 2d6, right? Oh, it's 3.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I did 16 damage.
Ooh,
Deuces.
holy fuck.
Roll 2 6s and a 4, dude.
You leave a nasty gash in his neck as you swing at your father. But he's gonna be swinging also here.
I didn't kill him.
You didn't kill him.
Oh shoot! Normally that damage is kill town. Okay, bring it on.
Normally that damage is kill town, but we're in the end game, baby. I'm giving people a lot more health. I'm gonna need you to make me a saving throw against his attack here for your endurance.
Oh, so I have to roll what my endurance is, right?
I believe that's how it works. Yes.
Yeah, I automatically succeed.
What? What's your endurance?
13.
You are ridiculous.
Damn.
You are ridiculous,
That's what
Home
happens
Slice.
when you're old when you become an outlaw.
Mm-hmm. I'm 37, and I've seen some shit.
Since you automatically succeed in defending yourself because you're just so endurant, he swings down hard on your arm. And you bring your shield up to defend yourself, as, you know, you are wont to do because you have the same shield as him. That's your father's shield, after all. And he absolutely splits it in twain with the force of his attack, breaking the bond of father and son.
Well, there it is then, eh?
If you go against the order of the Round Table, there will be nothing left for you.
Hey, Uther. Before I push my axe a bit further into your spine and your vertebrae, a few quick questions for you. What is the core principle of the Knights of the Round Table?
The core tenets: not to commit murder or violence, and be chivalrous above all else.
Correct. So what exactly is just and chivalrous about conquering all of history throughout all of time, becoming a tyrant, unleashing your powerful wizard on the quote-unquote rightful rulers of time?
Time has forgotten what it means to be chivalrous. It is our job to teach them.
I half agree. You have forgotten. But I also half agree with the tenants. Be chivalrous in all things, but sometimes murder is the answer. And I push my axe further in.
Sir Uther Pendragon gurgles out some kind of reply. You can't really make out what it is because of all the blood, however. And you see the light go from his eyes as he dies.
Do you need me to raise him so you can know what he said?
Nope.
Okay.
Greetings and salutations, fans of good podcasts. It's me, your producer, Grant, and I'm here to tell you about more fantastic things you should know about. Starting with our friends over at the Heart as a Dungeon, who are trying to solve what happened at a certain street corner.
All right. This is Gideon Meander, field reporter for the Trying Times. I've just finished up my investigation, 14 interviews with key witnesses. My report will be completed by January 15th, and I will be releasing it to the public, and there's nothing you can really do to stop me. I doubt anyone will even believe me.
The Corner of Pleasure in West River is a new series from the Heart as a Dungeon that will begin this January. It follows 14 individuals in the city of Pangaea experiencing a world-changing event. Tune in, spread the word. Don't let them convince the world it isn't real. We all know something happened there at the Corner of Pleasure in West River. We just need to find out what.
I say it all the time, but there really is nothing quite like The Heart as a Dungeon, a singularly unique show in the AP, hell, in the podcast space. The Corner of Pleasure in West River is another brilliant feather in the genius cap that is The Heart as a Dungeon. Singularly focused episodes, one player per show, trying to get to the heart of a common mystery. Everything is tied and connected, and it's a lot of fun to listen to if you're a red string theorist, or if you're the kind of person that loves good, emotional, vulnerable storytelling. Oh, and hey, I'm on the Corner of Pleasure in West River. There's a whole episode that I'm on, so, I'm biased. I'm just biased, okay? And speaking of things that are cool, the Crit Awards are coming up here soon. Today is April 28th, and the nominations for such are going to close on Wednesday, April 30th. And the Game Master Monday had themselves a pretty big 2024, and we would love to be considered on your nominating block. If you head over to critawards.org, there's a few categories we feel we qualify for, including Best Legacy Podcast, Best Upcoming Twitch Channel, Best Game Master Indie for me, Best Series for Hell Whalers, Best One Shot for Rafenheim, and we'd like you to consider our live show, Cast Away the Island, for Best Charity TTRPG Event. We also have some friends of the show and people who've been on the show who we feel are worthy of your vote. We are nominating Sadie Pasley for Best Player Indie for her work on Bunnies and Burrows. We are nominating Ross for his work as Best Villain on Hell Whalers. We are nominating Tanlin or Gremlin Frog Art for Best Character Artist for their work on Bunnies and Burrows. And you can nominate our Twitch producer GN Burb as Best Twitch Producer and Best Overlay for Cast Away the Island. We have a full list of the awards we think we're qualified for. If you want a little bit more ammunition for us, you can head over to any of our socials on Blue Sky, Threads, or our Discord, and you can go on to critawards.org to submit your favorite GMM projects for a nomination. We've worked really hard this past year and grown exponentially, and we'd love to cap that off with a nomination, maybe even a win. Next, if you've been a fan of Sherwood Kill the Round Table and aren't just hate listening right now, you should join us on Saturday, May 3rd at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. We're going to be doing a live Q&A with the full cast, answering all your questions about this miniseries. This will probably be the last large-scale project you see from this game's GM, Jenny, so it'd be a good opportunity to come send her off as she pursues other bigger projects and kind of fades more into the background here at GMM. And also, you can tell the whole cast how great they were at being the whole cast and ask all the probing lore questions and mechanics questions and say mean things about us. Finally, I have one more plug here for you. Our next Game Master Presents miniseries will be starting next week on May 7th. Please join us for The City I Love. It Speaks to Me, a noir adventure featuring two detectives and the city they are in love with. It'll be GM'd by the game's creator, Jellyfish Lines, and it will be starring Andy Sonade and a ghost of Eli. That is going to be starting May 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, only on our Twitch channel. It's going to be a 3-part series, and the setup is dope as fuck. I'm so excited. You need to be there. It's going to be cool. It's going to be brooding. It's going to be gothic and sad and hot. I was promised it would be hot. If that kind of thing appeals to you, you should join us next Wednesday on Twitch. And now we get back to the time adventure action as we finish off Sherwood Kill the Round Table.
Behind King Arthur, you can see every single knight of the Round Table, except for two, the one who just died and also Sir Kay.
Sure.
From pretty much any point in history, past, present, future, what have you. Some Kingsmen are there. Because that's kind of like how that story went, I think. And King Arthur just kind of takes his helmet off, and he's handsome as hell, first of all. Can I just put that out there? And he addresses a lot of you going, "So it comes to this, does it? It's down to you, and it's down to me. Don't you realize what we've tried to accomplish throughout all of this? Don't you realize that we could have a better future? One free of poverty, one free of pain. Time has forgotten chivalry. Time has forgotten peace. There is no respect. There is no joy in the future. I have seen it. Merlin has deigned to show me all of time, and it is wretched and licentious. There is nothing worth living for."
We found joy, right, guys? We found joy in those two futures we visited, right?
I feel like licentiousness is... I mean, how can you have joy without licentiousness?
I don't know what that word means.
Big horny.
Got it.
Your sense of chivalry and whatever the fuck you call justice and right, that's... Even now, you're antiquated. Get the fuck off your high horse and just believe, what, the world needs a monarch? No, we don't even need a monarch now. I'm shooting with a flamethrower.
Merlin is there, and he puts up like a little magical barrier to defend the king.
You and your fucking wizard.
Did you miss the part where he was in hell? Do you think you should be listening to him when he went to hell?
All leaders, all knights, all wizards, all go to hell. It's part of the gig.
I think you're chill, Kay.
Oh, I'm definitely going to hell. Did you see what I did to my dad just now? Oh boy.
King Arthur, seeing that he's not going to be getting you to join his side, decides, well, if they're going to try to stop me, might as well go out with a bang. He points Excalibur towards the group, and the Knights of the Round Table charge forward and start engaging with the armies of sword fighters from across all history. Each of you are going to be in melee with a Knight of the Round Table. So narratively speaking, you all are getting attacked at the same time, but we're going to start with Teddy.
Oh.
Because you're the big front tank. with Kay here.
Oh, I guess we are in the front. That is my bad.
Fucking Sir Lancelot, why not? We keep bringing this guy back from the dead. I think it's funny that he's here again. He brings his blade, and he kind of like is on the attack to come get you. Go ahead and make me what weapon are you using?
I was just using, because all it says is a blow dart and a gun with a silencer.
Let's make a range check so you can just shoot this guy.
Yeah. My range is 11.
I believe we agreed that your pistol is
3d6.
3d6 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 15.
Whew. Big damage.
Big damage.
We love to see big damage. Okay, so you see Sir Lancelot like charging with you at a sword, and you're just kind of like pulling Indiana Jones on him and just shoot him in the fucking head.
Yeah.
And he falls over dead.
Yeah, Teddy's like, why'd you bring a sword to a gunfight? And then bang.
Fucking idiot.
Stupid.
I love the idea that you have like a big shield and also a gun.
Yeah, like she's like has the gun on top of the shield kind of thing. Trying to still block her face with the gun on top.
You're fucking riot policing this shit, and I love it.
Teddy's a tank. She's ready.
All right, Sir Kay, you are our second tank. It is time for you to be attacked by Sir Galahad.
Didn't I already kill you once?
Probably. I'm not entirely sure how I'm here either.
Time is stupid. I pull out my axe.
All right, let's have you do the skill check first.
Well, I rolled a 10. With plus
fuck.
2 is 12, so I crit.
Well, fuck me, I guess. Jesus. So you pull out your axe, you get it in both hands, and you do a mighty swing, and decapitate him once again.
Now, didn't I do this before?
Second phalanx here.
Haha! What ho!
So you seem raring to go there, Hypatia. Let's have you.
Oh, always.
Always. I have never wanted to stab someone more in my life than right now.
Clearly. I may have missed the word. Do we see Lady Guinevere anywhere around?
You know what? Fuck it. She's here. Sure.
The fuck your wife, Arthur.
She's casting spells. She's doing wizard shit. I don't know if that's canon to the round table, but fuck it. She's a wizard now. I think Bedivere would be a fun matchup for you. He's got like his little pole arm, and he's like, "It's time for you to die."
Hypatia leaps back and does the fencing pose, and says, "Haha! I learned this technique from your comrade in arms, and now I will use it to defeat you quite handily. And I will do a cool." 6 sword trick that Sir Kay showed me when we were in prison and training. I don't know what that sword trick is because it's probably not nearly as flashy as Hypatia's normal shit.
Sure.
But actually that's probably what it is. It's she does all the she flips the sword and does all kinds of crazy swordsmanship shit, and then she's like, I will do this sick move, and then she does just a very normal like Hema manual thrust. Yeah, just a regular thrust that he wasn't expecting.
Give me a melee skill check and let's see if you fail.
That is a 10, and because Kay trained me in melee to a 2, that is a 12. That's another crit.
You love to see critical successes.
I do the thrust, it gets him, and then as his polearm goes into the dirt, I run up on the polearm like a tightrope. I do the kung fu flurry, kick him in the face. And then I land next to Guinevere, and I take her hand and I kiss it and I say, "My lady."
Huh? She kind of looks back at Arthur, looks back at you, and kind of does the little eyebrow raise.
Eyebrows back. No one's looking.
I raise my eyebrows at Arthur
I saw a blue closet floating by that way that we could probably sneak into.
First of all, shut up. That's really funny. Second of all, fuck you. What's a stealth check that I could have you make in this?
I think we established that's thievery.
Yeah, let's do thievery.
That is a 7 + 1. That's an 8.
You know what? This is just funny enough that I'm gonna have you steal Lady Guinevere away from King Arthur a second time.
Yay!
You and she go kind of like in this kind of obscure area, away from the battlefield, and we're just gonna say whatever happens, happens. Sister Augusta,
Yeah.
you are being accosted by Sir Gawain.
Amazing. As Sir Gawain goes to attack Augusta, can it go right through her as she has set up her projector wristwatch to create an illusion of herself and has snuck away?
Fun. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, let's call it sorcery of figuring out how to work this watch that he gave you.
So even with the 3, I rolled 2 1s.
Oh no.
Only
buddy.
5.
Yikes.
I'm gonna burn some stuff.
Okay,
just to
okay,
get
okay,
it up
okay.
to an 8.
You know,
I'm gonna-
the images part of the illusions does say, convincing observers that the illusion represents a specific individual may require a separate deception skill check. So if you want to
Okay.
salvage this without spending, we could have you do that.
So it's a really bad hologram. So it's like glitching in and out. But to be fair, most of these people know that she's a necromancer, so maybe that's just like a weird thing she's doing. You guys, the stats right now, they're low. I'm just
I mean, it's the final battle. You might as well spend what you got,
Yeah,
right?
that's fair. Okay, that's really good. So that's I can add. That's 11 because that's a 5 and a 6.
Hell yeah.
And then I don't add anything to it because I just get a straight roll, right? So
It counts as being 1 because you spent
then
the 2
12.
wits, so that
then
is
it's
a
a
12.
12.
That's a crit.
So it's
That
a
is
it's a
critical.
glitchy image, but it looks identical to Augusta.
He thinks it's a ghost.
Yeah, it's like, good heavens, spirits! He like, slashes through the ghost image and lands his fucking sword in the dirt.
Amazing. As he is distracted with that, is there something on the knight who attacked my my illusion that I could swipe as he like falls through it, basically?
Let me think here. So Sir Gawain would carry some knives on his person, like kind of just on his belt. If you want to look at King Arthur and Merlin specifically, Merlin would have a spell book kind of attached to his hip by like a little leather bandolier.
As the guy is attacking the illusion, can I just try and swipe his helmet and switch it? Because Augusta's in full plate armor that already
Fuck it.
belongs to these knights. So I just
Fuck
want
it,
to
that's
switch
really
with
funny.
like the helmet that they're currently wearing so that I can make my way up there and look like I'm one of the Knights of the Round Table.
I'll give it to you.
Amazing. Okay. That is 6 plus 4, so 10.
Ooh. Yeah, you know what? He's too busy trying to get his sword out of the sand for him to really notice that his helmet's gone missing. But he does realize that his head does not feel protected afterwards, and he's like, what the devil? But you're already gone by then.
I threw my other helmet behind me and took off. So now I'm dressed up as one of the Knights of the Round Table, making my way up to Arthur.
Salvador, you, my friend, are being attacked by Sir Tristan. I am going to attack you with my swords.
Oh, cute. I would like to. I want to use my quarter staff / magic staff deal, if you would.
Alrighty. I would love to see you do this, actually.
So 2d6 plus melee. Well, that is a 6 and a 5, and I have a +1.
That, I believe, is also a critical success.
I think it's time for someone to be just flashy as fuck. So it looks like they're actually gonna shoot the flamethrower. Then he sees him walks over. I want to toss Tristan the flamethrower, take out the rose, which turns to a staff, knock him on the head sideways so he falls to the ground, and twirls the staff, and the shovel head appears, and just right through the neck.
Ooh. He catches the flamethrower. What am I supposed to do with it? Oh no! And then you clobber him upside the helm, exposing just enough of his neck that you can plunge the spade deep and sever his head.
gonna kill me with your sword. Shut up.
Hello, Merritt.
Hey, what's up? Who am I fighting?
Serpelius. We haven't seen him in a while.
Real Serpelius moved.
Total dick, that Serpelius. And he's coming up to you with a lance, just kind of like charging you.
Cool. I think, so Merritt does have, like, she's dual-wielding daggers, but just as a reminder, one of her daggers is a Swiss Army knife, and she does have, like, multiple extensions of it out. I think primarily, though, her plan is dodge kind of past and down to sweep out Peleus's legs so that he tilts forward, and his lance kind of vaults him further into the sand dunes, and we'll go from there.
You know what? I kind of love that.
We're using physics here. And I'm trying to be, like, real nimble and dodging here, so... Okay, I rolled 3-5, so no matter what, it's a 10 plus 1 for an 11.
That's baller.
You
That's
know,
really baller.
I might use I know this just because I have not spent a single point of any of my stats since we had our rest.
Give it a
And
go.
I just want to make it into a crit to make this happen.
Let's do it. Let's make it into a crit. Let's crit every single night of the round table in a row. Why the fuck not?
I could not break the trend. So yeah, I sweep his legs out from under him. He topples forward, just some leverage from that lance digging into that soft sand, falls flat on his face, and I'm just gonna come over and, do I do this? Yeah, I think I do. I sit on his back, one knee on each side, and hold my dagger up to his throat.
Go on then. Kill me.
Do you yield?
Death before dishonor. Kill me.
Okay, fine, I guess. Jeez.
What a dick move, that Serpelius.
What a Peleus move. Gross. I've never actually done the murdering part. Don't. I wipe my hands off on his cape. Whatever loose fabric is outside of the plate armor and...
His, like, little Templar shirt. Yeah.
Okay. I stand up and look
Yucky.
around at everybody who has also murdered their knight. I look at Arthur.
You see the carnage continuing, and Sir Arthur draws Excalibur and begins to charge into the fray at the 6 of you, with Merlin at his side, looking a little nervous. My liege, I must, okay. How do I advise you to not be an idiot in this circumstance? Each of you make me an endurance saving throw, please.
I'm going to use the universal save to roll luck instead.
That's fair.
Same, because my endurance right now is
My
a 3.
endurance sucks, dude.
That's fair.
My endurance,
Alright,
not that I've taken
roll
damage, it just sucks in the first place.
That's fair.
Okay.
Not all of us are durable.
That's a 6, but my luck is 9, so I pass. Wait, when you use luck, it goes down, right?
Correct.
By one.
By 1 point.
Okay. Great.
You must spend 1 luck after the roll.
I succeeded with a 5 under 8.
Nice.
I did 6 under 7.
My endurance is a 13. I rolled a 6.
Well, without my shield, my endurance is an 11. I rolled a 12.
Oh my god!
My god!
Whoa!
So each of the 6 of you, sans Sir Kay, are able to deftly avoid getting hit by the clean, massive sweep of Excalibur and whatever magical energy that holy blade happens to contain. But Sir Kay, when we get to you on his assault, he is able to cross blades with you, and as you're going up to defend yourself with the kind of like handle of your axe, Excalibur kind of hits it, cleaves it, and you now have Excalibur lodged in your shoulder.
It's kind of unfair to use the most powerful weapon in history against a hand axe, Wart.
Do you think fairness is what God had in mind?
Weird thing to say, man. Weird thing to say. You're against fairness now? You're against justice? You're against equity?
The future cares not for these principles.
Oh, for
Okay.
fuck's sake, you're so stupid and holier than thou. I push him off of me. And I'm just like, everyone gets so big for the britches. You get one good idea and you think you're God's gift to leadership. Shut the fuck up.
Could I be standing next to Arthur? Because I, once again, look like one of the Knights of the Round Table.
Sure.
Like I'm about to help hit Kay. And I want to take out my wine bottle and, like, go to swing at Kay, but then, like, turn around and hit Arthur in the face.
That's really funny. You know what? Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
And because for the callback, can I suddenly appear from? Well, I guess I was here because I had to dodge the fight.
Yeah, you're here.
So can I get down, hands and knees, to tabletop him like we tried to do to Lancelot so long ago with this exact scenario?
You know what? Narratively, it's really funny, and I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm burning wits again to be able to do this.
You're gonna have none left, and I love that for you, considering you're drunk as fuck.
And that is a 7 + 1 8.
Nice.
You bash King Arthur in the back of the head with a wine bottle. Roll for damage for me real quick.
Great. The damage on this wine bottle is 4d6. Oh my god, that's 2 sixes. Okay, so that's 2 6s and a 1. So we're at 13 so far. And that's a 4. So what did I say?
Ooh,
So 17.
Fucking righteous. The bottle smashed firmly over King Arthur's head. You can see a whole bunch of glass kind of like embedded in his head there. He's bleeding pretty profusely. He trips over Hypatia, pulling out Excalibur from your shoulder there. I'm gonna say that Excalibur is a 4d6 damage weapon. 10 damage.
I'm just gonna be using the quarterstaff because, like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight a wizard with magic.
Fuck it, fair enough. That makes sense.
I was a gardener in my past life. Take this shit. Conk. I got an 11.
Yeah.
Got an 11?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I think I'm just going at him with the daggers. I was gonna say, can I steal his power? And then we did not realize this in the original Sherwood, you guys. It takes a full hour of ritual spellcasting to steal somebody's power.
Yeah. So someone's
But since
power?
time doesn't exist, I'll give it to you.
But time's
Oh,
not
that's
real,
right, time's not real. Jenny, can I make a sorcery check? Okay, can I make a check
You
to
sure may.
grab him? Like, I'm imagining Sal, like, knocking him over with this staff strike or something. Teddy, hold him down!
I will. I've been waiting all day for this. And Teddy gets in, like, football stance and ready to tackle. Zooming in. Shield up and everything.
Melee him, tackle him, get him.
Somewhere in time, the 1985 bear standing behind her.
Yeah. Small but mighty. Teddy, I rolled a 10.
Yeah!
Sick. Okay. So Teddy and Sal, I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll for damage. Teddy, just so you know, you're rolling for your shield's damage, which, if I'm not wrong, shields can also be used as a 2d6 weapon in this case, so I'll give you that. And then your quarterstaff is 4d6, if I recall, because it works on... Oh no, 3d6. Excuse me,
yes.
I'm wrong.
3d6.
Yep.
I'll take the 46, but to be fair. I mean, it's fine. That's just a 14 damage from me.
Just sort of,
Oof, you know.
just a 12 over here.
Oh, casual fucking boxcars over there from fucking Teddy.
The power of the bear is in me.
The power of the bear
Bear.
is in you. Merlin is looking really worse for wear. He is hurting bad, bloody-nosed, like fucking broken arms and legs. he would not be able to resist you stealing his power if he tried.
Great. So first thing I do is I steal his hat because Augusta should be allowed to keep it this time. Because we'll have King Arthur's head to prove that we completed the mission. And then would you like me to roll sorcery?
I would love you to roll sorcery.
Okay. So sorceress right of bond of power here. I'm gonna say I'm spending a bunch of willpower here because I feel like narratively this is sick as hell if I do that, okay?
Do it.
So the cost of the bond of power ritual is 2 for each person in the bond, which can be shared by the whole group. I can shoulder as much as like 3 of us.
Which is perfect because there are 3 of you in this ritual currently.
Well, Merlin is included in that, so it's 4. Is anybody else willing to spend 2 willpower to help me with this sorceress rite?
I got you, fam.
Thank you. And I have done this before. I have stolen this man's before. Would you say that cancels out the disadvantage of this being 4 people involved?
I'd say so. You know what? I think your prior knowledge would help here.
Great. Okay, so I am going to roll just straight sorcery check. Wow. Okay. +2 for my sorcery gets us to a 7, and I am going to spend my remaining 3 willpower that I budgeted for this, leaving me at 1 willpower after this. This is why I said I could shoulder up to 6, because I knew I might need it for the price of the arcane control. You can spend 3 willpower for a failed sorcery or arcane talent roll.
Beautiful. It's harder than last time, I will give you that, because his power seems to have increased dramatically since last time, given the chaos all around you. But you are able to steal Merlin's power. You watch as he fades from an old man into a skeleton, into dust as hellfire consumes him. He is sent back to hell. However, Merlin being the catalyst taking all of this into consideration, the Knights of the Round Table and Sir Arthur are also aging incredibly rapidly and fading into dust from whence they came. You do notice, however, that Sir Kay, not being of your time, is also fading into nothingness.
Oh, alright, here we go. It's
Can
time.
we
All
do
right.
something to loop him in and send some of this power to Penwick?
You can certainly try. What do you got?
Or can I just use necromancy?
Kay holds both his hands up. As if remember what I told you in the beginning. You are meant to be in the time you were born in.
Fuck that, you're fun to hang with. I run up and stab him with the necromancy syringe that I got from James Bond.
Do you want to help out, Augusta? Do you want to double necromancy this guy?
Yeah, sure. I'll help out. Amazing.
I think Merlin probably knew some necromancy, so I am channeling some of the power I stole into this as well.
Oh, 100%. He knew all the spells.
Absolutely not. You're not going anywhere.
I have to.
Do you want us to roll anything to keep Penwick from fading into obscurity?
Yeah, both of you give me a necromancy check.
Okay, what is Merlin's skill level at necromancy, please? Because I'm using his magic.
I was gonna say he's like a +4.
Great.
I guess
That's
that
a
makes
9 from me for necromancy.
11.
Sick and sick. Well, he's undead, essentially. Now, you've essentially kind of brought him back from the dead, and he can just roam around the realm of the living if he wants to.
Look, if I'm being honest, I think it's an improvement, so...
I'm like looking at my hands and I'm looking at Excalibur still at my shoulder. And I'm just like, well, I suppose history needs a Pendragon roaming around. I pull the sword from the shoulder. And I'm just like holding it, and I've always kind of wondered what it feels like.
And?
Regular.
Yeah, that checks out.
Less powerful than a flamethrower, possibly?
I have to assume, but I don't know.
Most powerful sword in history, not the most powerful weapon in history.
You could probably
Listen,
strap it to the flamethrower like a bayonet, I think.
There's an
Whoa,
idea.
that's sick.
All I'm
Probably
saying,
just give it to a museum or something.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
this is mine now.
I struggle to say thank you, but I am appreciative to have found a new group to associate with. I wasn't exactly liked on the round table, if you will, so thank you for caring enough to pluck me from the sands of time. I will try to live my life in a way that deems that choice worthy.
And you're stuck with us. I punch his injured shoulder.
I kind of wish I was dead, but that's alright.
If the six of us have one thing in common, it is that we are all largely disliked by the English monarchy.
It's
So
true.
you're in good company. I put arms around Salvador and Teddy and do a jolly kick.
All right, cheers.
I can't dance.
I finally opened the wine bottle.
So I have an idea before we go home. When we were in Mr. Bond's whole thing, there was this guy named Ronald Reagan, and he seemed like he sucked.
You wanna kill him?
We steal his power.
You know, if I don't have to go back right away, the longer I live, so.
As you are all helping Sir Kay to his feet, you notice the sands of time start to fade into nothingness. There is nothing anymore. Just you, your 6 friends, in the middle of space. Time doesn't exist here. You could walk for eons and not age. You could spend as much time as you want together discussing as many of your adventures as you like. But in the middle of it all, you hear a distinct whirring sound as a blue box fades into existence. A man steps out, or maybe he's a girl. You don't really know. He looks a little different every time you look at him. And he's got Lady Guinevere by the arm, and he adjusts his little scarf, and he goes, "Ooh, this is a bit of a pickle here. I don't think you are supposed to be here, are you?"
And you are?
"Oh, actually, I'm not really supposed to be much of anywhere. It's a bit of a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, complicated sort of thing. I'll tell you what. I bet you would like to wander around this aimless void for all of eternity if you so desire, but it would just burn me up if I didn't put you guys back where you're supposed to go."
Can we keep Penwick?
Well, you know what? I've displaced a lot of random people in my time. Sure, you can keep him.
Augusta is full on poking her head in the TARDIS, looking outside around the TARDIS, poking her head in the TARDIS. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, it's bigger on the inside. Don't worry about it. If you would all just be kind enough to step into my, oh, what would I call it for you people? You wouldn't understand a spaceship.
Oh, the
Step into
dragon.
my device.
A dragon.
Is a dragon?
Step into my dragon. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Where do you keep the alcohol? She's looking for the bar.
Any martinis?
Oh, sorry, I don't drink. That's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, so Wibbly Wobbly's Scottish.
Can we maybe stop by Mr. Bond's place to get Teddy a martini?
I did have a date to get back to with Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if that's on the
You should play it fast and loose with time rules.
I think what we have learned today is that licentiousness is the true virtue of.
Of
Correct.
time travel.
If the virtuous are going to name licentiousness as a sin and then participate in it anyway, the only natural conclusion is it must be a good thing to do.
The best thing.
Truly. So, he guides the now 7 of you into the little blue
Aid,
box,
we also
which,
picked up Sherlock Holmes.
I have a date. Are there
Into
people living on
his-
that whale? What is going on?
Why is it falling?
Bizarre.
Is that a wardrobe?
And it lands in the middle of Sherwood Forest, right after time had originally sent you back. You find yourself at a familiar campsite, and you hear familiar music playing, and merry men jousting and having fun, and just carousing and being their best. And good old Robin Hood smiles and welcomes your return with open arms. And lithe and listen, gentlemen, that be of freeborn blood. And I shall tell you a tale of a good yeoman. His name was Robin Hood. Ye all be proud outlaws while walking on our grounds. So curtsy an outlaw, was ye one, was never none afound.
I punch Robin Hood in the face and ask, "Where the fuck were you?"
I don't know. Time vanished.
Did you rescue Merlin yet?
Oh yeah, she's fine. Noik points over to her.
Hey, girl.
Hey, I brought you a martini.
Camera carefully pans just enough so it doesn't pan over the large orgy happening in the next clearing.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We're not gonna worry about it.
And that, yeah.
No worrying over here.
And that, my friends, is the tale of when Robin Hood's merry men killed the Round Table for trying to take over time. Wants to die first?
Should we roll for it?
I think you all should roll for it, yeah.
Okay, what
We
are
all
we
roll 2d6 and just initiative.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Fuck it. Just so we can have an order going.
I got a 5.
I got a 5.
I also got a 5.
What?
Maybe we should make it 2d6, gang. There's 6 of us.
Yeah.
No, that was 2.
It was 2d6.
Yeah, that was a 4 and a
2
1.
and a 3.
Yeah, what
this was
it's
supposed to
Six
prevent.
is that there's bell curve. Should we? Does everybody have
I
a
got a
D20 handy?
7.
Because I do have D20 handy.
Yeah,
I have all the dice.
I really want to leave that in as kind of our post-credit scene, like everyone getting a 5.
I rolled a 10. I
What
don't know
are
what
the
y'all's
odds
problem
of
is.
that?
I know, I rolled a 7. What the
Grant,
fuck?
I have bad news for you. What is a 10 but 2 5s?
We're back in the building
Alright, I'll put it in the
again.
post-credit scene.
We're back in the fucking building again.